Joshua chapter 15, Judah. The lot for the people of Judah, their clans, extended south to the border of Edom, to the wilderness of Zin, in the extreme south. The southern border ran from the tip of the Salt Sea south of the tongue. It ran southward from Scorpion's Pass, went around Zin, and just south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it ran past Hezron, ascended to Adar, and it curved around to Karka. From there it passed along to Asmon, and it came out at the brook of Egypt, ending at the sea. This is the southern boundary. The eastern boundary is the Salt Sea up to the mouth of the Jordan. The northern boundary started at the shallows of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. It went up to Beth Hogla and around to the north of Beth Arba and to the stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. The border then ascended to Debir from Trouble Valley and then turned north toward Gilgal, which lies opposite Red Pass, just south of the gorge. The border then followed the waters of En Shemesh and ended at En Rogel. The border followed the valley of Ben Hinnom along the southern slope of the Jebusite ridge, that is actually Jerusalem. It ascended to the top of the mountain opposite Hinnom Valley on the west and at the northern end of Rephaim Valley, and then the border then took a turn at the top of the mountain to the spring, the waters of Nephtoah, and followed the valley out to Mount Ephron, and then it turned towards Bala, or it's called Kiriath Jearim, and then it takes another turn west of Bala to Mount Seir, curves around to the northern shoulder of Mount Jearim, that is Caselin, and then it descended to Beth Shemesh and it crossed to Timnah. The border then went north to the ridge of Akron, turned towards Shikharin, passed along Mount Bela, and came out at Jabneel, and then the border ended at the sea. The western border, the coastline of the Great Sea. This is the boundary around the people of Judah for their clans. Joshua gave Caleb, son of Jephunneh, a section among the people of Judah according to God's command. He gave him Kiriath Arba, or otherwise called Hebron. Arba was the ancestor of Anak. Caleb drove out 3 Anakim from Hebron: Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, all descendants of Anak. He marched up from there against the people of Debir. Debir used to be called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb said, "Whoever attacks Kiriath Sefer and takes it, I'll give my daughter, Asha, to him as his wife." Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's brother, took it. So Caleb gave him his daughter Asha as his wife. Aksa. When she arrived, she got him to ask for farmland from her father as she dismounted from her donkey. Caleb asked her, "What would you like?" She said, "Give me a marriage gift. You've given me desert land. Now give me pools of water." And he gave her the upper and the lower pools. And this is the inheritance of the tribe of the people of Judah, clan by clan. The southern towns of the tribe of Judah in the Negev were near the boundary of Edom: Kabzeel, Ader, Jagur, Kina, Dimona, Adadah, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnin, Ziph, Telaim, Baaloth, Hazor Hadath, Hazor Hadattah, Kiriath Hazor, or that is Hazor, Amim, Shema, Moladah, Hazar-Gadah, Heshem, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shual, Beersheba, Biziothia, Bala, Alim, Ezem, Altolad, Kasel, Horma, Ziglag, Medmana, Sansana, Laboeth, Shiliam, Ain, Rimmon, which was a total of 29 towns and their villages. In the Shephelah, which is the western foothills, there were Estaol, Zorah, Ashna, Zanoah, En-Ganim, Tapua, Anam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soko, Azekah, Shiraim, Adathaim, and Jadera, or Jederothaim. 14 towns and their villages. Zaanan, Hadashah, Migdal-Gad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Cabin, Lamas, Kitlish, Gederath, Beth Dagon, Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 towns and their villages. Libnah, Aether, Ashan, Iftah, Ashna, Nazib, Keilah, Agzib, and Marishah, 9 towns and their villages. Akron with its towns and villages. From Akron west to the sea, all that bordered Ashdod with its villages, Ashdod with its towns and villages, Gaza with its towns and villages, all the way to the brook of Egypt. The great sea is the western border. In the hill country, Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Dana, Kiriath Sana, or that is Debir, Anab, Eshtemoh, Anim, Goshen, Holon, and Gilo. "11 towns and their villages: Arab, Duma, Ashan, Janim, Beth Tapua, Aphekah, Humta, Kiriath Arba, or that is Hebron, and Zior. 9 towns and their villages: Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Juta, Zeril, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah. 10 towns and their villages: Halul, Bethur, Gedor, Merith, Bethanath, Eltokin. 6 towns and their villages: Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah. 2 towns and their villages. In the wilderness: Beth Arba, Midan, Sekah, Nibshin, the city of salt, and En-Gedi. 6 towns and their villages. The people of Judah couldn't get rid of the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem. The Jebusites stayed put, living alongside the people of Judah. They're still living there in Jerusalem.